Congratulations and welcome to EliteMindPro.com. Your free ebook, Your Inner Genie, is on its way to your email inbox right now. I'm Dr. P, Dr. Shraddha Prativadi, and I'm so glad you are here and that you made the decision to get the ebook. A couple quick things so that we can be sure to stay connected in the coming weeks and months. Please go to your email account and whitelist or put into your contacts my two emails, drp@elitemindpro.com and support@elitemindpro.com. This way, the emails that I send you don't end up in your junk and spam folders. I hate spam. I really hate spam, and I do not send spam to you. I value the fact that you've trusted me with your email and trusted me with your time and energy that you spend when you open up one of the emails that I send you. So I put an effort and intention into the emails that I send you because I want to see you getting big results in your life. Very few people are given the knowledge to deliberately create their lives. Their entire lives, they remain unaware of the principles and laws to follow to make it happen. You are no longer one of them. Let that sink in. You're no longer one of them. When you read this ebook and apply the principles in it consistently and persistently, you'll develop a few new abilities. Number one, you'll instantly be able to recognize the silent killer of your highest potential that lives undetected inside of you and stop it from sabotaging your health, wealth, and relationships. Pretty cool, huh? Next, you'll also be able to understand the difference between the parts of your mind that you control and that you can consciously develop and the bigger part of your mind that you can't control. Well, at least until now and until we start working together. You'll also start to learn why your education has failed you in creating success in your life and how you can change that in a second. You will also learn how to bring your highest potential to the surface and improve the quality of your life in whatever aspect that you choose to focus on. I'll reveal to you the graphic that has created billions of dollars in documented wealth globally in multiple corporations. So you have a decision to make. Step back into safety and continue to experience the same results year after year after year, month after month, or take the first step into territory that will reshape your thinking and your results. Make the right decision. Read the ebook and discover the 3 key concepts used to create elite thinking and results. Or you can schedule a breakthrough strategy session right now and immediately go through that and the 11 thought-provoking questions to ignite your transformation. So there should be a button underneath this video somewhere on the page here. And go ahead and schedule that free acceleration session with me. Also, make sure that you're checking your emails because I will be sending you out a bonus video series and you'll be able to learn the information from the ebook there. Also, within the emails, there will be links for you to join a secret Facebook group and a LinkedIn group and access weekly trainings and daily inspiration. So again, my name is Dr. P. I'm a mother, daughter, friend, surgeon, and physician, and I'm also trained through the illustrious Proctor Gallagher Institute. I work specifically with individuals and organizations, specifically with high-level professionals, service professionals, entrepreneurs, and artists in getting the results that they want but don't necessarily know how to get to. For example, an art professor gained international recognition leading women in art through being selected for international shows and even having her work featured in an international airport. Pretty exciting, huh? A multi-credentialed medical professional finally launched the legal practice that he always dreamed of, but had never really allowed himself to take action on. A high-level executive finally followed her passion and launched her own personal venture. A lawyer finally aligned her work with her values and joy and even made space in her life for having children. And finally, a doctor stepped out courageously to go out and establish her own holistic practice, stepping away from the paradigms that she had known for decades. I love this work. It's so exciting because, I constantly see people bringing more of themselves to the surface. So with my over 20 years of experience in the medical field and as a surgeon and as an integrative holistic physician, I had the joy and pleasure of saving lives, transforming health, helping people expand their families, bringing their dreams into the world through their children, and helping thousands of families through some of the most difficult, scary, yet joyful events in their lives. But it wasn't all rosy for me. Don't get me wrong. I really should not be here, and I should not be here talking to you in the capacity that I am right now. Why? Many different reasons. When I was 5, my family had moved to Madison, Wisconsin, good old cheese country, love Madison, and I was told that I was mentally retarded, true words, by the school district, and that I was not fit for school. Well, my father believed none of that, and he took me straight to the best private school in the area and had me matriculated there. They happily accepted me, and by 5th grade, I was taking college courses at the university there. How exciting. That one simple act by my dad taught me to never believe other people's negative and often ignorant beliefs about me. Despite what I was told, I always saw myself as the best student. And at an early age, I knew I was going to be an OBGYN. Kind of weird as a kid, but I just was connected to that truth of myself and stepped into that identity. So I really wanted to help people birth the future of their families into the world in a safe and happy way. And I excelled at my studies, not because I was smart, trust me, I had a lot of friends who were way smarter than me, but because I held myself in that image and I did whatever it took to get there. But the wind was knocked out of me later on in my teens, and when I got into college, one of my dear aunts actually died in childbirth due to a medical error and negligence, and it threw my whole world off because this is the profession that I trusted, that I wanted to go into, and it broke my heart, but it lit my fire as well. So I was buried in grief, and I felt like I'd lost a part of myself. After a lot of reflection and meditation, it came to me. All transformation is an inner job. You must go into seat of power to create transformation, Shraddha. So initially I thought, okay, I have to go into the seat of power, in medicine and create transformation because there's clearly something wrong going on here if my aunt died. So I had these visions of going into medicine and helping shape a truly compassionate culture of excellence by helping create a truly integrative, holistic approach to healthcare. Again, despite many people telling me that I would only be rejected from medical school, I applied to medical school 3 times. I had plenty of obstacles on the way, but I never gave up. And I finally got into a top medical school that actually supported me on my journey. And in one of the emails, I'll share more about that story actually, because it's pretty cool how I use these principles to do that. But I hit a wall again at age 30. I had just given birth to my daughter, and I had some medical challenges that had unfortunately been inadvertently missed. And I found myself in the middle of an ugly divorce and custody battle. In an instant, I was losing my marriage, my child, my health, and quite nearly my career. And as I sat there, literally on the floor of my bedroom, not knowing where to turn, those words came into my mind again. Shraddha, all transformation is an inner job. You must go into your seat of power to create change and transformation. So in that instant, I took full responsibility for this life that I had created. At that point, it was not very pretty. And however horrible it was, I took full responsibility for it. And I started to study voraciously. And unlike in medical school and school where I studied things outside of myself, I studied myself. And I studied every teacher whose materials I could get my hands on. And I studied what it meant about me. I studied as if my life depended on it, because it did. I couldn't go on the way things were. I had to learn to go inward to transform my life, go into my seat of power to create my own transformation. But the more I did this, and the more I did this work on myself, the more I actually incorporated it into my work with patients, because I saw that many other women and men, their husbands, their brothers, were on this journey too, and they needed to be part of this journey too. I started to see the magic happen, transformations occurring that were beyond just the medical advice I was giving. I had to understand more, especially when people started making up medical complaints just to come in and talk to me about this other stuff. What was happening to my practice? I thought to myself. So one day I thought, wouldn't it be great to have Bob Proctor as my mentor? I just felt that he would help guide me into this next level of this work I was doing. And I made a decision. Bob was going to be my mentor. In 6 weeks, Bob Proctor himself was on the phone with me, inviting me to spend 6 days with him in Toronto to study and transform and to understand what this big emerging phase of my life was. I realized once again I had to make a decision. And I stepped into the fear and I made the decision, and I went and spent those days with Bob, and I've never looked back. I continued to improve, and I continued to incorporate the work into the work I was doing with patients, and the transformations just catapulted. I was so impressed with these results that I decided to actually devote time and effort to developing a brand, Dr. P3, Powering Positive Potential, with the help of Bob, to do this transformational coaching. Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher were critical in that transformation because they helped me do this work. And now I partner with heartfelt entrepreneurs, millionaires, elite doctors, spiritual healers, best-selling authors, the Proctor Gallagher Institute, and Learn Incorporated in delivering this vital content to help you unlock your inner genie of riches. The world needs you. I hope you know that. The world needs your elite mind and elite results. And this is not about being better than anyone else. This is about being a better you from yesterday. And as a Proctor Gallagher consultant, I'm certified in working with you in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires you to maximize your personal and professional potential. Not only am I qualified and trained by Bob, but I'm individually endorsed by the Proctor Gallagher Institute and Bob Proctor himself. So every day, I, along with a larger network of consultants, actually work on improving our knowledge, our skills, and our results, so we can bring you the best we have to offer. We want to see you up-level your results. We want to see you hone your elite mind and get your elite results. Because, none of this information about me matters, because what I do is not about me. It's entirely about you. You are why I do what I do. Your results give me meaning in my life. I honor you as the expert in your life and your work, and I believe you are creative, resourceful, and whole. So standing on this foundation, my responsibility is to discover, clarify, and align with what you want to achieve. Encourage your self-discovery, elicit your self-generated solutions and strategies, and hold you responsible and accountable. So join me in my down-to-earth yet world-class coaching style, and let's work together. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you have stuck with me this far, just claim your free breakthrough strategy session and go through the 11 transformational questions right now. You'll be glad you did. I'd love to discover and formulate your next steps with you. I welcome the privilege of working with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. You'll be glad that you take this next step. Light, love, and inspiration to you. And if you'd like to stick around right now, I will continue to share with you the information in your ebook, Your Inner Genie. I'm going to include it as a separate video below this video on the same page. So don't worry if you can't get through it right now. The whole video, this video and that video, will be sent to you in your email. And I will also split up the lessons in the ebook over multiple different emails over the next 7 to 10 days as well. Okay, but do take time to go through the ebook. So many people download things off the internet and never take action on it. So this is why I'm really splitting this up for you in the emails. Very few people are given the knowledge to deliberately create their lives. For their entire lives, they remain unaware of the principles and laws to follow to make it happen. You are no longer one of them. Keep moving forward. Make a decision. Stepping backward is not an option anymore. Schedule your breakthrough strategy session right now. And I'll see you on the inside of EliteMindPro.com.